Welcome to CbPlus. This is a set of tools to extend the capabilities of your Carbonio email server and also to bring some new features it doesn't have by default. On this video, we are going to do an overview so you can have a wide presentation about all the features CbPlus brings to you. So let's take a look on its interface and all the options. Once CbPlus is installed, you will access it through the port 1953, and the default user and password is CbPlus. So user CbPlus and password also CbPlus. Just sign in and you will land uh, on this beautiful dashboard where you have a lot of options, including all the services status. So you can know easily by the green icon if a service is working, it's up or not. And you also can restart a service just clicking on this little icon beside the status one. So maybe you want to just reload some service because it's down, you can do it through here. You have some statistics like the number of users you have, domains, the uptime, the load average, how the disks are being used, well, how many messages sent, your certificate, expiration dates, if you have backups done or not, your Carbonius version, and also the CbPlus version. Then you will have this list of the fail to ban blocked IPs where you can easily whitelist IPs that have been blocked by it for circumstances. So maybe you have an IP you want to unblock, just use this little icon and it does it for you. So very convenient way to manage fail to ban. Down here on the left, you have all the delegated admins, so you can have a good look at it. So which ones are the global ones and which ones are the delegated ones. A nice graphic showing you how many messages you sent by day, so you can have a visual notion about how your sending messages volume is. And also the policy D monitoring, where you can see those that are sending more messages, and also a convenient set of icons where you can add and remove some of those easily from a whitelist or a block list when needed. So also a very convenient way to deal with CbPlus. This dashboard is reload every 200 seconds, but you can set it for a time that is more convenient for you, so it loads itself alone, and you can keep monitoring your server in a very convenient way. So let's go through all these options we have here. It's a long list of features, starting by the monitor, where you can enable and disable the monitoring. And the monitoring is essentially that Grafana interface where you can see and add your monitoring details, and you can see how your server is working. So it's very convenient to see how your server is performing and how many messages you're sending. And this is very easy to set. Just enable it and it's done. You have all set of tools to manage your delegated admins. So you can add and remove delegated admins, and you can also edit its permissions. So you can easily give and remove permissions to that set of delegated admins. Remembering that we will have a sort of videos done for each specific tool, so this is just an overview, right? Uh, you have all the tools to share mailboxes, so you may want to share this mailbox from this user with this other user, just like that. Click sharing and the share is done. So Manta 11 is sharing its mailbox with Manta 3, just like that. The send as allows you to set who has permission to send mails using another email address. So you maybe want that Manta 12 is allowed to send messages as, I don't know, Manta 9, and well, just clicking send as, it's done. And if you want it to copy sent messages to the main mailbox sent folder so you can see what's happening, so whenever Manta 12 send messages as Manta 9, a copy of the sent message is going into the Manta 9 sent folder, so Manta 9 can see what's happening. It's pretty handy. uh, well, the logos, you can have some specific logo images for a specific domain. As we know, Carbonios come with this very fancy login interface with its logo and this wallpaper, but you can easily come over here and select a wallpaper, select a logo, and select the domain you want to apply it to, and it's pretty fast and easy, and you will have your personalized login setup. So it comes from the default Carbonio to the new setup you put there, the wallpaper and the 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 company logo over here. So really handy. You may handle the DOS whitelist, because the Carbonio's DDoS is pretty tough, and sometimes you don't want it to block some specific IP addresses, so you can just come over here and add some IP address, and you can also remove it pretty easily. Just be aware of the alerts. In this case, the mailbox itself has to be restarted, so this option get into production. I mean, to make effect, the service needs to be restarted. So be aware of the alerts, and that's easy. As you see, you just add the IP and you have it here. We have a set of post upgrade tools. This is needed because sometimes when Carbonio is upgraded, some of the setups CbPlus brings are lost, and you need to reapply it. So that set of setups are done through this option. So just go in here and just do it if you see that you need it, or just every time you upgrade Carbonio, you just come over here and do the post upgrade CbPlus setup too. If you have Active Directory, just come over here, select your domain, and just fulfill these two fields. We already give you some inputs here, so if you are not sure what to do, just follow the instructions, set it up, and your Carbonio is going to start to authenticating through or against an Active Directory. Uh, you also can manage the Mavis white and block lists. So if you want to block some domain or some email directly using this tool, you can just select, put the domain or the email and choose white or block list, and it's gonna do it. Again, keep an eye on the alerts. Amavis needs to be restarted every time you do that, so you can do it easily over here. You can also block content. You may put in here some text, and it's going to use a regular expression to find that's content in the message. You can choose if it's going to search in the whole message or just in the subject, and it's going to add this content to be used as to block messages. It's pretty handy when you have those spams that comes from many different senders but has the same content, and sometimes your spam it's not that effective to block it. Very handy. You can also edit and add volumes. So add a volume, set it path, give it a name, set it path, set it's a primary, secondary, or an index kind of volume. Just add it. Once it's add, you can also edit if you want to change the path or change the name or whatever. You can go over here and use the edit button to edit the volume. You may also reindex some mailboxes. Sometimes big mailboxes, I mean like huge ones, needs to be reindexed so you can have more performance, or even to find some messages that were lost, or sometimes to make it easier to synchronize with Outlook. I don't know, whatever. You may reindex that account. More details in the specific video, but it's pretty handy when it's needed. Deduplication, as we know, Carbonio's mailbox service already duplicate messages when they arrived, but sometimes you want or need to force it because I don't know, maybe you imported a lot of new mailboxes, or maybe because you are deleting some mailboxes and you wanted to deduplicate. Do it right now so you can save some space. So you can just easily come over here and start the duplication and use the status button to see it progress. We also bring to you a group of performance setups. Those are setups that we learned in the last decade about how to make email service more performatic, and we tweak a lot of things. So if you are feeling that your Carbonios could be faster, so yep, give it a try. Just come over here and apply. It's easy like this. Again, watch the alerts. Carbonio will be full restarted if you apply this. Some reports, you can see the account status, so you can see the account when it was created, when it's last logged on. You can click over here and download this report in TXT format, so pretty handy to know if an account is active or not, and if it's logging or not. And you can also trace a message. Just give an email, set if that's a sender or a recipient, and ask it to trace it, so it goes into the logs and bring you some nice information, so you can diagnostic some issues you're having, or if you want to know if the message was actually sent or not. Pretty handy. Uh, Also, we bring in some managing tools like you want to restart the full Carbonio, I mean just the services, or you want to reboot the whole server, so you can just easily use these options over here and run, and it do it for you. We bring the Let's Encrypt tool uh, uh, to issue and deploy certificates. So you have here down some informations about it. You can just create or renew, clicking on the button. You can add some new, I don't know, Carbonio dot CbPlus dot online. I don't know, some other new domains on this certificate, but well, be aware that Carbonio will be restarted. It needs to stop Carbonio, issue the certificate, deploy the certificate, and then you start Carbonio again. It may take some time, so have it in mind. And of course, you have a little option here to force renewal. Sometimes it doesn't need to be renewed, but well, you want it anyways because you are adding some domain or because well, so you have the option. We bring this new feature, the 2FA option. So as you know, the regular login is not 2FA, but you may want it or need it. Just click enabled, and it's going to set it up. And once this little thing over here is done, in a moment, you will have a new login interface that brings in the 2FA system, so you can use a app or a website uh, to log in using the TOTP code. Pretty and easy to use. The other options we are going to cover in the specific videos is this. As again, this is just an overview. Uh, you can activate or deactivate the ActiveSync feature, so you can use exchange email accounts on your apps and also on some email desktop email clients like Outlook or Thunderbird. So just enable it, and it's just run out of the box, pretty easy. You may uh, want or see some logs, so you can just you can just set if you want to see actual logs or error logs. You can define how many lines you want to see, and if you want to filter it, just use the regular expression content and filter it, so you can just see it. Let's just ask him for the last, I don't know, 20 lines of logs, and it's just when it has logs down here, it's gonna show you the logs. uh, CB policy D, that's a very useful content policy, and not only content but the volume of sending, right? It counts, its major feature is to count how many messages each account is sending and control it, right? So once you enable it, you can set your user and password and come over here, and you have the interface done, and all the policies set it up. We just bring you a very well done and useful set of filters, so you can protect your server from compromised accounts that may send big volumes of spam. In the logs, you have the logs. You can take a look of what's happening. You can just set a limit of lines and also filter by content in the regular expression field. Fail to ban, so you can enable and disable the fail to ban service, and you can also manage the whitelist, so you can add some address to the whitelist. Sometimes you have a customer you don't want to get blocked in any case, so you can add it here. You can unblock whatever is blocked when you have a set of IPs that are blocked. They will be shown here like this. So you may want to remove. I don't want this one to be blocked anymore. So it goes there and just remove it from the list. Pretty useful. And also you have the logs, so you can take a look of what's happening. As usual, you can just set the number of lines you want to see and also filter by some specific IP or text you are looking for in the filters. It also brings the CM backup, so you can have a backup of your mailboxes, and you can enable and disable it. You have a lot of setups. You can restore. You can see the status and also the logs. So pretty handy to be able to manage, especially the restore part, because, well, the backup itself is done by cron, so not much to be done there except to set when it has to be done. But the restore is pretty handy to be able to do it over here, so you can easily restore a content or a mailbox. And, well, some setups of CbPlus itself, so you can add users, you can change the CbPlus default password, just do it again, like CbPlus, right, and another password, whatever, when you add it again, so that the CbPlus password is updated. Uh, you may want to change that dashboard reload period. So as I said, the default is 200 seconds, but you may want to change it. And well, some license information, your user limits, activation date, expiration date, status, right? And of course, the log out option, so you can come out and close your your session, right? So, well, this is pretty much it. I hope you like it, uh, and see you in the next video.